Hi everybody, this is Emily from 6E Farmstead, and today I'm going to talk about your kidding kit. Perhaps you have a doe or more than a doe getting ready to have her babies for the season, and what I find is the best thing to do when you're heading into kidding season is to make sure that you are prepared. So today I'm going to show you what I do to prepare to assist my does when they're having their babies and what I have in my kidding kit. Please remember, disclaimer, I'm not a veterinarian. I am just somebody who loves goats and is breeding Nigerian dwarves. But if you have any questions or concerns at all about your animals, it's always best to talk to your veterinarian. Okay, so let me show you my kidding kit. Kidding kit I like to have ready to go so that when I am running out to the kidding pens, maybe in the middle of the night, you just never know when it's going to happen, that I can grab and go. That's really important to me. So the first thing is finding a container that works for you to hold all of your kidding supplies. Everybody uses something different. You can go online and look at lots of different breeders and look at their different setups. I'm going to show you mine. I like something that I can grab and go, and so I use this. This is a DeWalt Tough Box. My husband loves DeWalt. It seals and locks, and it has a handle, and it's sturdy. So I can grab it and go. It's not too heavy when it has things in it for me to carry. I need it to be easy to carry. And I like that if something is to get on it, I don't know, poop, pee, placenta, I mean, you never know, right? That I can just seal it up and hose it off. So super easy that way. So DeWalt Tough Box, that's what I recommend. Now let me show you what is in my kidding kit that I like to use, okay? So I have a lot of other things that I keep on hand in my garage for kidding. But in my kidding kit specifically are the things that when I'm in the kidding pen with the doe and she's having her babies, these are the things that I think are necessary to have right there when you need them. Not something that you can, run back in and grab, because when a doe is kidding, time is of the essence. So these are the things that I like to have on hand, okay? So first, a roll of paper towels. Paper towels are so easy to have on hand, and you can just throw them away, which is really nice when things get super gross, because we all know that birthing isn't pretty, okay? And so this easy to wipe kids off, wipe your hands off, whatever it is, and then it just goes in the trash can. So that, paper towels. I also like to have cloth towels, and with these cloth towels, a little more difficult because you do have to wash them when they're gross, but if your doe is out kidding in the middle of the night, or depending on your location, it might be cold, and so cloth towels are great for helping that doe dry off her babies really quickly. They're super absorbent, warms those kids really quick. So I like to keep several cloth hand towels in my kidding kit. Now I also, in my garage, I keep a whole box of bath towels. That way if I need to run kids in because they're really cold or they're weak or something like that, I can run them in and have big towels to really rub them up vigorously to help them get going. But in my kidding kit, I like to keep the little ones because they fit, okay? I also like to have disposable Chucks pads. These are the pads that you see like in the hospital. You can order them on Amazon by the box. And these are great because they're also super absorbent. If your doe is getting ready to have her kid, you can just push that under her bottom and the kid can come out on a clean surface, also super absorbent, and you can throw them away. So I put a whole stack of those in my box. Next are gloves. I like to keep two types of gloves in my kidding kit. First is just a box of plain surgical gloves, okay? And then I also like to keep ones that go up a little further on my wrist, okay? So heaven forbid that I need to enter a doe and help her get the kids out, I have something that covers a little bit more. Now, these are not only for my protection, but also for the doe's protection. Anytime you're entering a body cavity, you want to make sure that everything's very clean as possible, so you're not going to introduce bacteria into her body and therefore increase the risk of infection. So we try to be as clean as possible whenever we are dealing with our animals. So gloves, okay? Also, please make sure that before your kidding season starts, you brush up on gloving protocol. Edwin worked in the healthcare industry for a long time, and we see people misusing gloves all the time. They put a glove on their hand and they think, okay, now I'm clean, I'm ready to go. But then they touch the goat, or they touch the poopy straw, or what have you, and then enter the goat. And that's introducing bacteria into the animal. So you need to make sure that you brush up on proper gloving and taking the gloves off in the proper way, so that way it's a nice refresher and you're ready to go. Next, to go with the gloves, surgical lube. Anytime you're entering an animal, you need to lube up, right? That's just the nice thing to do. We don't want to hurt her. We don't want to cause any tears or anything like that. Use lubricant. You can use lubricant from the store, from Walmart or wherever. You can also order it online. We order these by the case. They're also good for if you need to take temperatures, anything like that. Use the lubricant. I also have betadine solution, okay? The idea behind this is that you put this on your gloves, and it is an iodine solution, and it's gonna keep everything really clean. So this, so that you're not introducing bacteria again, okay? Next, we have, let's see, what should I do next? How about, we'll do the iodine. This is Triodine 7. I just get this from the feed store. And I also put little Dixie cups with it. I use this to dip the kids' navels. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Hi. I use this to dip the kids' navels after they're born. So what I do is I pour some of this in a Dixie cup. I seal this against the kid's belly over their navel, do a quick flip, whoops, and back. And then that is going to prevent any naval ill from the kids being on the ground. So that's Triodine 7 and Dixie cups. Easy enough. Next, if those cords are really long and mama's not cleaning them up, just some safety scissors to trim them up a little bit if they're dragging on the ground. Let's see. Of course, most people know what these are. This is a suction bulb. So once that kid comes out, you can suction out the nose and the mouth, clear those airways, get them breathing, okay? So those are helpful for that. Make sure that you clean these after every use. We clean ours, and then after a few uses, we throw them away and get new ones. They're about $2 each, so. Okay, so I like to keep a couple of injectables on hand, just in case. This is Bozy. This is selenium and vitamin E. It is prescription only, so you'll need to get a bottle from your veterinarian. And I like to also have an injectable vitamin B complex. So I use these only when I need to on weak kids. If a kid comes out and they're super weak and they're not getting up and not doing what they need to do, I dose them with vitamin B. If they're getting up and their legs are super weak and they can't stand, I mean, there's a little wobbly that's normal right at first, but if they're not getting the hang of it pretty quick, or if I didn't give Bozy to the doe in the last month of pregnancy, then I give them a shot of Bozy. So I like to keep both those, so that way I don't have to run back and forth to get what I need from the garage. I can just give it right away. And with that, of course, since they're injectables, I have to have syringes with needles. I like to use on kids the insulin needles. So these are 1 cc and they're 28 gauge needles. So they're really tiny. The needle's really tiny. It's a tiny baby goat. I don't like to stick them too much if I don't have to. So I just keep some of those on hand in my kitting kit in case I need it, okay? The other thing I like to keep in here is CMPK. So this is, you can get this at like Tractor Supply or your local farm store. This is calcium. If the mom isn't having regular contractions or she's not pushing, it could be a lack of calcium. So you can just drench this or pour it in a bowl and have her drink it. So that way it ups her calcium quickly, and it also has some other things in it. It has phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, vitamin D3 to kind of give her a little boost in case she needs it. I also like to keep a couple of pastes in here. This is a lamb and kid paste, so it's just got vitamins and nutrients to help give them a boost. And this is also multi-species colostrum gel. So weak kid also gives them a boost. I don't use these all the time. They're just in case I've got a kid that's weak. Another weak kid thing that I like to have in is just some Karo syrup or molasses. If a kid isn't doing well, they're low energy, you can swipe a tiny bit of this on the roof of their mouth to kind of get them a jump start, get them up and going. Okay. I also like to keep some nylon rope. This is a pretty thin nylon rope in case you need some assistance in repositioning a kid inside of the dough before helping assist them out. This is not something I would recommend doing unless you've read up a lot about it, because anytime you go into the dough, you are taking a risk of introducing infection, and you are taking a risk of tearing the uterus, which can be fatal. So that is not something I recommend for most people. Most people I would recommend call your veterinarian, okay? Start studying up on this if you haven't, and start reading about kidding positions. Okay, so that's what this is for. Last but not least, headlamp. So headlamps are awesome because if it's dark outside, this is going to help a lot, right? That I can have my hands free, but I still have plenty of light to work from. So that is what I have in my kidding kit. Now, you can go online and read from lots of different breeders, lots of different goat people. They're all gonna have different things in their kidding kit and what they like to use and what they think is best. So research, research, research. This is just what I like to include in my kidding kit. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you could please like and subscribe our channel, that would be awesome. We're gonna be doing a lot more videos, especially as we get going here on kidding season. There'll be a lot of cute baby goat videos and a lot more instructional videos as well. Thanks everybody. Hope you have a great day and a successful kidding season. Don't forget one last thing. I said it once, but I'm gonna say it again. Have a veterinarian's phone number on hand. That's one of the best things that you can do, especially if you're not super experienced with kidding or with goats. We have some experience, but we still have our veterinarian's number on speed dial in our phone, so we can text her, we can call her any time of day. So that's an important thing to have, okay, is have that relationship with your veterinarian. All right, best of luck to you. I hope you have a super successful kidding season with no issues and lots of baby goats everywhere, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.